What was the revocation of the Edict of Nantes? If you're curious about a pivotal event in French history that had far-reaching consequences, you're in the right place. Let's talk about the revocation of the Edict of Nantes. The Edict of Nantes, signed by King Henry Roman IV in 1598, was a landmark decree that granted significant rights to French Protestants, known as Huguenots, in a predominantly Catholic France. It ended the bloody wars of religion and brought a period of relative peace and tolerance. However, nearly a century later, this edict was revoked. On October 17, 1685, King Louis XIV, the grandson of Henry Roman IV, issued the Edict of Fontainebleau, which formally revoked the Edict of Nantes. This new edict was a drastic reversal of the tolerant policies established by Henry Roman IV. With the Edict of Fontainebleau, Louis XIV declared Protestantism illegal in France. This meant that all public worship by Protestants was banned, and Protestant ministers were exiled. Schools run by Protestants were closed, and children of Protestant families were required to be baptized by Catholic priests. The revocation had severe consequences for the Huguenots. Many were forced to choose between converting to Catholicism or leaving France. As a result, a large number of skilled and industrious Huguenots emigrated to other countries, such as Great Britain, Germany, and the Dutch Republic. This exodus deprived France of valuable talent and resources, ultimately benefiting its rivals. The revocation also led to increased hostility from Protestant nations surrounding France. The act was seen as a betrayal of the trust and tolerance that had been established by the Edict of Nantes. It marked a return to a more rigid and intolerant religious policy, which had significant social and economic repercussions for France. In practice, the revocation was enforced through harsh measures. Protestant nobles were summoned to abjure their faith, and those who refused faced severe penalties. The use of military force, known as the dragonnades, was common, where soldiers were quartered in Protestant homes to coerce them into converting. The revocation of the Edict of Nantes was a turning point in French history, highlighting the fragile nature of religious tolerance and the consequences of reversing such policies. It had lasting impacts on the social fabric of France and its relations with neighboring countries.